Hi guys, welcome once again. I'm going to do the review of the Real Housewives of Lagos episode 5.
Never ever have I had a threesome.
Gonna make it wild.
That was too much. In front of total strangers that don't know you.
You didn't notice anything about my smile.
I like it.
Where is Caroline and Chioma? Caroline seems to do everything Chioma does. Maybe she's a follower.
On their pyjama. Visually, it all looks good except for one thing. They're not vibing yet. It looks off. The party was a little bland, so Choma decided to cheer the ladies up with the game. So just in the moment when Choma was going to explain the rules of the game that they were going to play, Mariam came walking in. She started hugging Choma, greeting everybody. Some of them gave her a hand. And I could already see that some of the ladies were giving eyes, were giving looks. Like, who's this lady? We don't know her. Why does she need so much attention? But Mariam didn't care. She's fun, she's a vibe. So whatever comes her way, she can handle it. Okay, so they're playing this chair dancing game. We all know that. Put a couple of chairs. The ladies decided to dance around the chairs. And when the music stops, you need to sit or else you're out. So Choma said, there's one simple rule. When the music stops, you sit. But it's not allowed to touch the chair while you're dancing. Okay, they're playing. Almost everybody is out, but we can already see that Choma and Mariam are very competitive. So it's basically between those two. Who's going to win? We saw that Choma was cheating a little bit. She did touch the chair, but she said, listen, the rule was while you're dancing, don't touch the chair. If the music stops and you touch the chair, it all counts because she was dancing. So eventually Maya wins. But before that, Choma said it's kind of funny if the host wins the game. So she's doing the round in the anticipation to let Maria win. But I was like, no, Choma, you don't like losing. Why are you saying you're going to give her the chance to win? No, she was just better. Let's keep it like that. The next game was the game where they were mimicking each other. It was so hilarious, so funny. Especially Choma's version of Laura and Miriam's version of Choma. Choma is a little bit of a doll, someone who likes fashion, and has a little bit, sometimes she has this uppity vibe. So Mariam nailed it to the T. So then they played Truth or Dare, and Tiana asked Carol what happened between her and her husband. And Carol was like, I respect him, so I'd rather not answer that question. I felt Tiana was a little bit messy to ask that question. How is it any of our business what happened between Carol and her husband? Correction, the ex-husband. He's an ex for a reason, but that doesn't mean that people should stick their nose in places it doesn't belong. So the next day, Tiana and Mariam decided, not the next day, let's say the next morning, because the rest of the day the ladies are also going to do an activity together. But that morning, Tiana and Mariam decided to hang by the pool. Tiana is not feeling that well. She drank a lot of alcohol. So she tells Mariam, why don't you go spend some time alone with the they need to know you anyway. Mariam is like, I don't know the ladies, what can I expect? And Tiana says, the only way you will know them is to spend time alone with them. So go ahead and just me later how it went. We also see how Carol and Shoma were going through the night before the event. Shoma felt it was a successful event. But the only thing that was annoying were the inappropriate questions, which I already touched on. One of the inappropriate questions was also if Laura had something done in her face. That's too personal, especially if you're getting to know a person for the first time. It was one of the questions that Mariam asked. It was one of the questions Mariam asked. So Choma goes from room to room to see how our guests are doing. And she goes to Laura's room and they're talking. And Laura said, well, I had fun. You know, I'm also glad that we're cool, even though we're not friends. I thought Laura was a good sport. And also, it was, you know, I was laughing when she said, it's great that we're cool now, even though I thought that was so honest. No fakery, but still being a good sport. The ladies went to the National Park of Abuja. They had fun. They went karting, paintballing, and at the end of the day, that evening, Choma had a dinner party, and I have to give it to Choma. I have to give it to Choma. She really knows how to dress. Beautiful. She wore this black dress with, I think, stones on it, and it was embroidered. Yeah, it was a look. The dress was giving. It was giving. So at the dinner party, the ladies are talking again about how they feel about each other. And Mariam decided to confront Caroline and to say, you know, when we met, you gave me a hand like I had COVID or something, and I didn't really like it. And then she started using the B word, that's basically the bitch word, saying it multiple times. And Carol said, why are you using the B word? Is that the only, is your vocabulary that short that you have to stay and use it? And I have to agree with Carol. Maya was doing too much in the moment. I don't know what her problem is, but I think for some reason she wants to leave an impression in the group. She wants to, you know, create a spot for herself in the group as a new person. So how do you at home feel about Mariam? What's your impression about her? Mariam and Laura decide to meet up at the pool and to talk about the group, talk about her, to see, where her head is, see if they can, you know, be friends or explore friendship. And Laura goes in about talking how she's been received in the group. But she doesn't really, she tells Mariam some things that happened in the group, but she doesn't go all in. And I think that's smart of Laura, because you never know who you can trust in this group. So yeah, Laura feels that eventually she and Mariam maybe can bump heads, but Mariam feels that she will like Laura. So next thing you see is a scene between Mariam, Laura, and Yabo. Yes, Yabo. I feel like Yabo is a bit of a snake. I'm like, Laura, you're hanging around Yabo. Is that the only person you can hang out with in Lagos? Because she was the one who basically threw you under the bus. But Laura tells them about her fashion show and that she would like to have them in it and for them to be models. So Torian comes along. Now you have like 4 ladies. You have Iaro. Torian is actually, we call her Tiana. They call her Tiana. So at the hotel, Torian, aka Tiana, comes around later, and they're all talking about the fashion show, and they're like, where is Choma, where is Caroline? And Laura is on defense mode. It feels like Choma and Caroline don't really want to be at her event. When we talk about Laura and Choma, I think it's going to be a difficult situation. For some reason, the ladies tried. I don't know if Laura is really trying. I think she basically doesn't like Choma and will never like her. So, yeah, we see in the next episode, Choma will do her best to, extend an olive branch, but I don't think it's going to work between these two ladies. So we need to watch next week to see how this will develop. See you next time. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Bye.